Right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Clinch Conversations, episode 22.
Double
We're gonna
deuce.
get, yeah, man. We're gonna get into a little bit of the perf card, and then we're gonna jump right into 328. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe, comment into our videos if we'd love to talk to you. If there's anything that you would like to know or like us to talk about, just make sure to like and subscribe, man. We're gonna keep it pushing. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Fight underscore talk underscore and clinch convos pod on Twitter. Check out the TikTok by the same name. Check out the Instagram by the same name, son. Let's get it pushing, man. Let's get going.
Let's just
Where
start
you
right
want to
off the
start?
bat. Carlos Prates is a fucking man. I'm buying me some cigs and some Henny. I'm kicking it off with a
Damn,
fucking
son.
bang, dude. I'm kicking it off with a fucking bang, bro. I'm sorry. That's the
Kind
only
of.
thing I get to. I was sitting there at work watching that shit so satisfyingly. I mean, I was at USPS. I'm just kidding. But that shit was beautiful, bro. I immediately stopped at the gas station to put some gas in the mail truck, and I looked at the Marlboros for like 10 minutes. I was like,
I think it's whiskey, not Henny. But I think great play there.
hey man,
um,
fucking dude, I think one of the videos of him in the small like the smaller promotion days, I think he was drinking Henny on the cage. I could be wrong. I know he says he loves whiskey, so I could be wrong. But would that be out of character? Would that be out of character for that man? Would that be out of character, bro? He's wild as fuck. So and all the beer drinkers and fucking pothead MMA fans were sitting there like, oh, let's fucking go.
man, that was a ridiculous matchup, man. He put a generational beat down on poor baby Jack. Jack's,
Poor
ran
baby
into
Jack is crazy.
well, he ran into Islam, got wrestled to death. He ran into just a vicious striker, bro. At welterweight, when we're talking striking, it's got to be either Prates or Morales. I think Morales is the stronger fighter, but Prates may be more well rounded. He picked apart Jack. Every limb got hit. Every limb got injured. He dropped by leg kicks, punched in the face. Can't do much more worse than that, man. He got fucked up.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with JDM, man. I really like JDM.
Much more worse.
But that was an insane knockout. I knew it was coming. I wish I'd have bet on it because one of my homies made a good amount of money on round 3 TKO. Prates was in a flow state that we ain't seen in a long time. That was probably a top 10 all time fucking flow state performance. I mean, yeah, he got taken down by JDM that don't look good when Islam's the top of the mountain. But fuck, bro, I don't think he gave a shit, man. Just like Leon took his back, for one round and was sitting there sniffing his ear hair. Oh, you smell like Head and Shoulders. Didn't matter. Knocked him out. And then what a streak he's on, dude. Knocked out freaking Jeff Neal. Knocked out freaking. I'm pretty sure Jeff Neal, some people thought beat Ian Gary. Knocked out Leon Edwards, and now he's knocked out JDM. That's two former champs that he's KO'd in a span of what, 6 months? And
Yeah,
he's an avid cig smoker. He's a people's champ, bro. This is a WWE storyline right now. I'm here for it.
yeah, man. I'm so happy that the Conor McGregor fight never actually happened because McGregor would have died, and I would have not been happy
Oh,
about that.
dude. That's the
Uh,
funniest part about that, as McGregor said. It's some bum that nobody knows about. Hell, bro. I mean, everybody
yeah,
knew
they
about it to begin with, but if you think they don't know about him now.
Yeah, they know him now. If you don't know now, you know, because oh my God, boy, he beat up Jack in his hometown. Jack's over there hanging out with Tai Tuivasa on the fucking ledge somewhere in Australia, just looking depressed. And it's
That's
like,
awful, dude. Oh my
yeah,
god.
serious, bro.
Well,
It's
there goes
just,
them two interviews for us. Not that it matters though.
yeah,
No, anyways.
golly.
That was a fire take. I like that. But no, yeah, dude, the main event did not disappoint. Carlos Prates, amazing. JDM got cut up, get back to the drawing board. The worst part is you're gonna lose the fight when your corner starts going, he's getting tired, man. Just wait for him to tire out. They started using the fucking Rocky method. to try and beat Carlos Prates. You're tougher than him. Just eat the punches and outpace him. You're gonna beat him. No, no, you can't. Not with your leg not working. So that
No.
was a perfect way to close a very boring card. The prelims was not worth getting up for. I took a nap during the Malkoon and Meerschaert fight. 2 cans. It's like me beating up Pepsi with Mountain Dew. This wasn't worth watching. This is awful. Just so awful. I don't care how many subs Meerschaert has in whatever division, welterweight,
Uh,
middleweight. It's
I
just
had him in that fight too. And I had GM3 winning that
bro,
fight.
you were looking good for 1 round. You were up, I'm pretty sure. I hope you probably marketed it after 1 round because he was up 1 round after going to the second. But yeah, it was Colby Thickness won. And I woke up. I was on this couch down here. I woke up to Vince Morales dropping him in the 3rd round. I'm like, oh great, there goes another one of my tickets, and I was pissed off and rolled back over to sleep. It was very boring prelims, but how about that co-main though, man? We've seen freaking Quillen Sal Killed get dropped
Yeah,
and then
dude.
KO Darush. People forget Darush when if he just had a chin, man, he might be still good. But because his boxing's really good, he's got a really, really well-rounded game. His chin is just gone, man. And he came right out and dropped Sal Killed. That was pretty awesome. Made me happy because I'm not a
That was
hater of
scary.
Sal Killed. I'm not a hater of him. I like the guy. I just don't think he's gonna go any higher than like 7 or 8 in this division. But a lot of guys are older, a lot of guys are on their way out, so I could be totally wrong, man. But I like Darush, so I'm partial to him. So when he dropped him, I was like, I'm
Yeah,
looking at all my coworkers who don't watch UFC, like, dude, if you knew what the hell is going on right now.
it was just, it was shocking, man. It's shocking to see him get dropped like that. That if Salkill was going to get put on the ground, then I was assuming that it was going to be by some aggressive wrestling,
Hmm.
um, and that punch came out of nowhere, son. And
Yeah,
I think it just kind of like
fast and hard.
it opened some eyes. Sal Kild is coming in really hot and fast. He's young, he's great, but he is not invincible. And there are a lot of killers in that division that you get hit like that, you don't get up. So
Yeah, he's still very green, and I got a feeling they're gonna give him the loser of who's Fiziev fighting? He's fighting somebody crazy. Um, Manuel Torres. I got
yeah,
a feeling they're gonna give him the loser of that, or the loser of Patty and BSD, or the possibly Dan Hooker would be a fire matchup for Sal Killed. I would love to see that.
I'd like to see
So
that fight.
that would be insane, and they're both from Australia or New Zealand. So make it happen. You can do it in Perth. They're both good. The home that could be a Perth fight night, and put them as a main event. That'd be insane. If you UFC, if you're listening, book it. Pay us for the fucking recommendation.
Rahiki
But
looked good.
yeah,
Ralston looked good.
I noticed you try to conveniently skip over that Tim Elliott Steve Ursig fight, dude.
Oh yeah, you dude. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
honestly, it totally
yeah.
slipped my mind.
No,
I was
it's
all
okay.
in on some Tim Elliott,
I know you
and
was. I
Tim
tried to
Elliott got
warn you.
sauced up.
He did good the first round at the
He did good the
last
first
40
round.
seconds. Last 40
After that,
seconds got taken down, but Steve Ursig, man, he's up here one fight and then he's down here the next fight, but it's never the same each fight, you know? So that's where I was sitting at. Tim Elliott's a solid trajectory, and then he'll take a dip, then he'll take another solid trajectory, and he'll take a dip. The guy who won the Ultimate Fighter season came right out and challenged DJ. I'm pretty sure that's Tim Elliott. I don't know. I'm on that season right now, which was a stacked season, by the way. Brendan Moreno, Kai Kara France, Tim Elliott, Terrence Mitchell, who fucking got knocked out by Raul Rosas. It's not worth mentioning, but just people that I've seen earlier. Tim Elliott's been around a long time, fought a lot of guys, and fought a lot of times. And I just think Ursig having the youth and being able to take Tim's punches was what got him through that, man. Because once he got 1 round of Tim's also hard to figure out. Once he got 1 round of tape on that guy, he was like, you know what, you're fighting like a drunk, man. That's all good. We're gonna figure your ass out.
yeah, I mean, Steve Erceg looked like the Steve Erceg that went in there and went 5 rounds of Pantoja. Uh, he looked great. If he can keep up that, if he can stay with that kind of consistency, he's on his second win now in a row. He arguably lost the Ode Osborne fight.
I agree.
So, but he stays like this, he's a problem.
Yeah.
So he's got to stay consistent. Tim Elliott getting a little old. I think everybody got a little bit of hype about his last win. I know I did.
Yeah.
I expected him to be, just floating around there, tagging up Steve from the outside, get in there somehow, maybe take it to the ground, not let him get up. But, Steve held his own in his home country, put on for the Woolies down under, and shit, took home a dub.
Big news while we're on here. This could be BS, but apparently Ariel Hawani's doing a comedy show tonight, and he just announced at that comedy show, and it's weird. He's having like fighters come in and do bits and stuff, not like actual comedy, but just talk about it. Dustin Poirier was just on there talking about how he doesn't think Chimaev made weight, but
No,
apparently, according to Ariel Hawani, they're going to announce McGregor's next fight in the next 24 hours. So set the clock by that. You know what that means? That means they're going to announce it tomorrow during the main event or some shit, if that's the case. So you heard it here first. This will be posted in the morning, early morning release. 10 minutes in, getting some good news. So yeah,
I don't
but
think
yeah,
Shemaiah weighed weight, dog.
no, I don't think he did. Bro, here's the thing. I'm way overweight right now, okay? And I know I have a digital scale, but when I go to the gym and use their scale, it does exactly what his scale did today. Boom, right to the top. That don't happen if you make weight. Not only that, the scale was not set when they called his weight out. Charles Oliveira needs to be suing these motherfuckers because he
Yeah,
needs
for
an extra
real.
title defense on his shit. That's some bullshit. Like 0.2 of a pound, and you can't make that slack for him, but you're gonna give it to fucking Kamzat, and then I can't remember what I read earlier, but some insider said that the plan was originally to have Yuri versus Kamzat, which
Yeah.
pisses me off because that means Kevin was right. Real Kev apparently got something right for once. And they said when Strickland won, that changed everything. And Kamzat had already bulked up to 230 by then, and then he had to cut back down to 185, and that's why they cut him some slack. I could totally see that happening because it just seems like the way things are trending, AI for promotional videos, Dana's all in on Power Slap every weekend. Dude said Power Slap was bigger than Real Madrid a couple fucking years ago. Like he just be saying bullshit, dog. They went on the Charlemagne show today and they're like, for a dude that's worth billions, how do you justify paying these fighters, all this shit so low and they had to get a second job? This motherfucker had the audacity to say, well, I'm sure pro basketball and football players got to get a second job while they're in college. Like, motherfucker, this is the pinnacle of the sport. This isn't college, bro. Like, and all that being said, I would not be surprised if they cheated for the dude. I think that they want him to win or lose. I think they want him to move up and they're just trying to give him a pass.
I don't know. We will see. I don't
I think
know. That's
I think it's
that's
some
you know.
BS either way.
I don't think he made weight. I don't
No, he
know.
definitely didn't. He definitely didn't, bro. You're 100% right. I agree with you. He didn't make weight, dude. When the scale goes fook, you see if DC can spot it, if Dustin Poirier can spot it, if fucking Dan Hellie makes comments about it, it's probably accurate if they can see it that far away.
And Bryce
And
Mitchell.
yeah, Bryce Mitchell. I mean, he's a loose cannon, so you can't give him too much credibility. But on this topic, he knows what he's talking about. Love Bryce Mitchell though. He's crazy. He's a
Are
nutcase.
we
Love it.
are we jumping straight into Hamzat versus Strickland?
So shout out to Rahiki for a nasty finish.
Yep.
Gaziev and Perisic, we want to throw some love y'all's way for fight of the night because boy did Gaziev take some damage. They both hurt each other a lot. Louis Sutherland did exactly what I thought his boring ass would do. We call him the Fat Bisping. Looks nothing like Bisping, but doesn't fight like Bisping neither, but talks a little bit like him. Got hurt by Tuivasa, laid on him, and they actually said, "Oh, the Fat Boy roll" on the fucking podium. That was
Yeah, dude,
awesome.
that was wild, man.
Love that, dude. That made me laugh so hard I dropped the mail at work. Cam Ralston, shout out to him. Junior Taffa back in the win column. Cut Kevin Christian, terrible. Malcoon, Amir Sharp, Thickness, and Morales fell asleep, didn't watch. That was actually before. So I actually fell asleep before the Malcoon fight. I fell
It,
asleep after Wes Schultz pulled that bullshit on Ben
I
Johnston.
I think Thickness is gonna get knocked out, son. I
No, yeah,
mean,
big time.
he seems fragile. Good fighter, great jujitsu. He is wild on the ground, man. He is wild, and like
Mm-hmm.
with his guard is insane.
Cody
Um,
Stills as
but
well, too.
but he gets touched up, man, and bantamweight, bro. Like these guys are killers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch
Yeah,
out for that. I think
they
he
hit
might be.
hard.
Yeah, I think he might get broken soon.
Yeah, shout out Wes Schultz for snatching a sub in the literally facing a defeat and just snatches a sub on Ben Johnson, who could have thrown a fight away worse. Jonathan Mikulev might be a future fade. It says, God, this energy drinks make me burp. Excuse me. Jonathan Mekuliff, like the guy, think he might be a future fade because I don't think Thimba's all that great, and Thimba almost beat him. Somebody had him as a Thimba win on the scorecards. Don Marfan sold me. Not too high on him anymore. Cody still subbed him. That ruined most of my tickets. Yeah, that's about it. Screw Jacob Malcolm. I'll just continue to say that as long as I can. Don't care for bro. I don't think you should ever have a nickname that's Mamba, and you're not a killer. He's not a killer. He's got one knockout in the UFC, and it's by Petrosky headbutting his hip. So I just want to put this out there. This dude still has a fucking job with the UFC. Marcus Buchecha still has a job with the UFC, but fucking Martin Buday, who was 7-1 in the heavyweight division, only loss was Shamil Gaziev, who's a banger and hurts dudes, gets cut. I'm not even a fucking Martin Buday guy, but I just want to know the logic, because how in the fuck does Malcolm still get a job? It's horrible, bro. They just keep him around for the Australia cards. I'm sorry, Malcoon. I don't want to take no money out your pocket. I'm not saying you deserve to lose your job. I just don't get what Martin Buday did. Did he go fuck somebody in Dana's family? Does he got like war crimes on his record? What's the, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Let's go to the fucking
He
Survivor
said
Series.
war crimes on his record like a TKO. That's so
I mean,
incredible.
I mean, who knows, dude? Who fucking knows? I probably just put a target on my back. I don't even care. So here we go. We're going to try our first method here, our new method here. We're trying something new this episode. We're trying to tackle, because we've got so much shit to talk about after 2 back-to-back press conferences in a row, and that we got to cover that for certain. We're going to try and go 3 minutes on these fights apiece, at least for the prelims, and then, we can do whatever on the main card. But let's try it out. Fuck it. If we get done beforehand, we get done beforehand, because not all of these are worth 3 minutes.
Okay, shoot.
So, do you want to start, or you want me to go into the first fight?
Go into it, son. You go ahead.
All right. Shout out Jose Ochoa. That's my dog. Every time I post about him, he gets on my TikTok and puts flame emojis. That's my dog. He don't speak English, but Jose, if you ever find a translator, we'd love to interview you, bro. Clayton Carpenter's also a dog. This is going to be an interesting fight. Jose Ochoa gave Asu Amabayeb a little bit of trouble off of his back. Clayton Carpenter likes to take you down. He likes to wrestle you and get you into deep water. I think this fight goes a decision, but I think Ochoa could land a big shot here. He looking to get back in the win column. This is the guy who knocked out Cody Durden. Cody Durden just sent the undefeated prospect back in dominant fashion on like 4 days' notice. So that's looking really good right now. I like Jose Ochoa's striking ability. I like the versatility of it, the volume of it. He's got underrated power at 125. Clayton Carpenter is pretty damn good too, man. I like all of his attributes as well. But me personally, I think Ochoa is going to win this, and I am rooting for Ochoa, I won't lie. But Carpenter's a beast, man. He's got at least 2 subs in the UFC, might be more. He's been around a while. He's got 3 subs in the UFC. One of them against Luis Rocha, one of against, or no, I'm sorry, he lost to Filio, so he's got 2 subs. Yeah, so okay, yeah. So this is a kind of a big odd shifter right here, man. Because Durden just beat Phil Ho, Carpenter lost to Phil Ho, Ochoa beat Durden. So this has got some cool implications, man. I got Ochoa though.
I'm gonna take Ochoa too. Both guys coming off a loss. Both guys need to win. I'm gonna lean towards just Ochoa. He just seems. I have a good feeling about this fight. Clay Carpenter, I think he's stealing is a little mid range. Maybe even from both of these guys, but I'm gonna lean Ochoa.
Yeah.
I don't have a huge ton of stock in this fight, but we're going with Ochoa. Ochoa, we love you. Thank you for appreciating us.
My dog, yeah. We also just nailed the 3-minute method right there, so that was cool. I got done exactly 1:30, and you got done with 15 seconds left, so we're killing it right now.
Moving
Next
into
fight.
this next fight, big
Yeah,
deal.
you go ahead and start this one off. Go ahead and start it off, brother.
Susarkayev versus Dorjan Santos. I wonder if he's I wonder if it's Jordan, like how Django.
I think it's Jordan.
I think Susarkayev, a lot of height, doing those back-to-back fights, dude looked like an animal. Almost, got fraud checked. Both these guys coming off wins. I'm gonna lean Susakayev, but I don't even want to say anything bad about Susukaya because he is an exciting fighter out of Kamzat's camp. A lot can change from the time period when he last fought to this fight, so he could have got much better, more defensively sound. I'm going to lean towards him this fight. I would like to hear what you have to say about old
Oh, I'm
Santos,
gonna I'm
though.
gonna slander fucking Susu real quick, dude. He's definitely a future fade. They just are building they're giving him a good little run right now. I don't think he's gonna go very far at all. You can have great wrestling in the middleweight division. You can have great studs in the middleweight division, and if you are able to take punches or fight intelligently, it won't matter. Now, do I think he wins this fight? Absolutely. Minus 700 is crazy because Jordan Santos, man, that dude was putting it on Danny Barlow. And I know Danny Barlow sucks. I'm not even using it as a base for this because God, does Danny Barlow suck. But I think that IQ
Oh,
plays a huge role in Susarkaya's fights, and if he probably has changed that. He probably has. But if he has not changed that going into this fight, Jordan Santos can land a good fucking punch on him that rocks him. I mean, dude, a 170er hurt him in his first fight in the UFC. A 170er in Kyle Nolan hurt him pretty significantly, and then he took him to the ground and submitted him. Had he not had that credential on the ground or the wrestling, he'd have been done by a guy that's a weight class lower than him. So, doesn't make me comfortable for his future. I do have him in this card. I'm not going to talk too bad about the guy. I just don't think he's what everybody makes him out to be. He's definitely not Chimaev. But hope he can change all the negatives I said because he is fun when he fights intelligently. I mean, nobody has a fucking teep kick knockout on Contender Series. As much as it kind of looks like a fluke, and the dude might have just been a scrub that he beat. It's still pretty amazing. So,
yeah.
all power to him. All power to
San-
the guy.
Santos, I mean, his last fight, he threw 232 strikes.
Yeah.
And if he can keep up that kind of volume up against Susakayev, I just don't know which way this fight's going to go. I don't think Susu should be a minus 700 favorite.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
insane.
something around like 250 ish, 300 maybe. But I think
Yeah,
this fight is going to be it's going to be a lot harder for Susu to win than what people think.
I
Um,
agree.
then moving on to this one, William Gomez versus Sabatini.
Your boy
Uh,
William Gomes taking on Pat Sabatini.
Gomez, my bad. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the French, man. Bunch of pussies over
That's why you
there.
keep messing up his name, huh? Okay, makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we just got a couple just bad Frenchmen in the UFC right now. Cyril Ganu is a furry, and fucking what's his name? BSD's a
Nasruddin Imavov. Oh,
uh,
yeah, BSD's not a good one too. I actually don't mind
BSD.
Imavov.
BSD is a fucking just he's awful, just terrorist of a person.
Can never
Um,
hate BSD enough.
yeah, both these
That's just the
guys
truth.
coming off a win. I'm gonna be leaning towards the French here with the knockout
Really?
power. Yeah, man,
Really?
knockout striking power. Just throwing some of them French hands. Might even throw a tongue in there. You never know what they're known for. Uh, give me Gomes second round knockout.
Okay. All right. I'm not even making it at the pick just to you want to see his tongue. All right, bro. Whatever. I ain't, no judging. No,
It's the French.
yeah, no, I get it. I'm fucking with you.
Just get out of here.
Sabatini's my pick here. I know that Chepe Mariscal was nursing a staph infection, it looked like, or had just recovered from a staph infection, and he was on antibiotics this last time when he fought Pat. And yeah, he definitely rocked Pat, even with that being said. But Gomes, man, is not really that powerful. It's more volume when he lands, and I think that's going to be a problem here because if you can't knock Sabatini out, he's going to keep coming forward trying to take you down. I mean, he hit fucking Ruchala with like, God, I don't even know how many strikes, bro. It was a lot. And did not get Ruchala out of there. Um, he went to a split decision with Hyder Emil that aged well. He beat Joe Anderson Brito on another split decision. Gomes has been around a while. His last KO was 2023, September 2nd. He also has a split decision win over against Francis Marshall and unanimous win over Jarno Aaron. So those have aged okay. But
No.
me personally, I'm gonna take the grappling of Pat Sabatini to sit and ground and pound, lay and pray, possibly lick a ear, to get this fight done because I just don't think Gomis is that prolific at defending takedowns, and Sabatini has looked a lot better since getting knocked out by Diego Lopez. So give me Sabatini, man.
Okay. I hear you. After that, going into a striking fest, boy. I hope this one stays on the feet for as long as
But
it
bro,
can.
this ain't going to the ground, man. It's not going to the
No,
ground.
no. I just hope they stay awake.
Oh,
Kopilov versus Tulio. Man, these boys are going to be banging it out
yeah.
from the jump. Maybe
Mhm.
Kopilov takes a little bit more of a precision style approach, possibly, but he's going to be
That's
quick.
kinda
He's going to be
always been his
fast.
style. Yeah, it's kinda
It,
always what
it,
it's been.
just wonder if he's going to just be a little bit more timid in there, or if he's just going to come out fast and the first round try to get his everything back on track for him. Tulio, man, Tulio is a strong dude. He he lands a hook on Kopilov. I don't know if either of these guys can be knocked out by each other, but I could see it's
Well,
just
I think it could happen. Yeah.
one of them fading the other to a decision. Both these guys are gonna be bloodied up, bruised by the end of
They
this
both
fight for
got
sure.
something to prove here.
Yeah.
One of them is Kopylov. He got UD'd by Costa pretty convincingly, and then he got UD'd by Rodriguez pretty convincingly. Those are, number 6 ranked light heavyweight and should be getting up towards the top 5 here soon, RoboCop. Kopylov's got some shit to prove here, man. RoboCop took him down a little bit. It took him a lot of effort and a lot of time to get him down. But and Tulio's capable of it. He also took down CLD, who RoboCop fucking wrestle fucked. So that's pretty impressive because CLD jumped right back up. Considering Tulio had him down for like maybe a minute and a half. So shout out Rodriguez. But I can see Tulio because he's coming off a brutal knockout loss. And I tell everybody this, and if he doesn't fix this, it's gonna be recipe for disaster against this fucker. His chin is always way up in the air when he's striking, bro. If Trayshawn Gore, no disrespect to Trayshawn Gore, if Trayshawn Gore can land strikes on you like that consistently as you're beating his ass, Roman Kopylov's gonna throw a fucking head kick up the middle and it's gonna hurt, bro. It's gonna fucking put his lights out. Now, do I think that's for sure going to happen? Not necessarily, but I am not sold on Tulio. He's a marauder. He will run forward and try and put you down. Kopylov's a fucking brawler. He takes damage and gives it right back. I mean, this dude, he's the funniest looking fucking guy, bro, and he fights like a monster, dog. I mean, I love Kopylov, I really do. The only thing that gets me with Kopylov, he's 35 years old. He's getting old and he's fighting some killers, man. And he still landed on Rodriguez pretty good when he had the opportunity. So me personally, I really like Kopylov in the underdog slot here going forward. I think that of any value on the card, that guy's the one to take. Tulio keeps his chin way up in the air. I love fading that guy any chance I get. Him getting KO'd by CLD was my biggest hit all year long, and we're gonna try and take it again on Kopylov. Not saying Tulio can't win. That's just who I'm taking. I like Robin a lot. I'm partial. I'm very biased, and I think Tulio's overrated as hell. And Norma Dumont just lost 2 weeks ago, so let's go ahead and make it a full couple L. He can lose with his girl. Hate to be that way. Not really. Love saying shit like that. I hope I don't ever see it in person. They'll probably kill me. Um, but yeah, give me Roman Kopylov, bro.
Then we're
Yeah,
moving into the man that infamously beats Patty Pimlet, or so they say,
I think that's
Jared
pretty,
Flash
pretty,
Gordon.
pretty. It's pretty clear he beat Patty Pimblett, but he didn't beat that car that hit him last time, and that's why he lost to Hoffa Garcia.
That's
Um,
facts.
Still,
Taking on
shout out to
Jim
him.
Miller.
Yeah, this is a
And
weird fight. I think Jared Gordon's going to KO Jim Miller in the first round.
okay.
I
Okay,
really,
yeah, possibly.
no disrespect to Jim Miller. He's a legend. He's got the most fights. Probably he's got the most wins.
He's got the most wins too, man.
Yeah.
DC says he's shit. DC does not like Jim
Are you
Miller.
serious?
The only reason that he's come across these wins is because he's been in it so long. I've only had this amount of wins, but I was in it for this amount of time. and he was
DC
just
is
kind
a
of shit.
certified hater, bro. It's all he does, man.
Man,
He
you and him
hates,
both.
hates, and I mean, Jim Miller submitted fucking Damon Jackson November 16th, 2024. Um, he also beat fucking what is that? Fucking Gabriel Benitez. Yeah, Gabriel Benitez. That's a decent win. That was also in 2024. Fucking Kyle Butler was an easy fucking W. KO'd that dude in 23 seconds. That was insane. I mean, Jim Miller isn't terrible, bro. He submitted Cerrone, come back out of retirement, knocked out Nicholas Mota. I mean, the dude is certified, bro. DC likes to hate on anybody that gets more clout than him or more attention than him, bro. I mean, and how can you not like Jim Miller, bro? He did an interview today talking about how or not today, this week, talking about how he pays for like he's got a lot of stuff going on with his family and he pays out of pocket for that insurance and stuff. And I can't remember exactly what the context of it was, but I guess they were asking about fighter pay and how he's been around so long and still isn't able to, afford the things comfortably. And I'm pretty sure he said he has like a farm or something that he does as well. But Jim Miller's a cool guy. No way is my
Yeah,
prediction a reflection of how I feel about Jim Miller. I love Jim Miller, dude. He's cool.
yeah. Jim Miller's
I
cool, dude.
just think Jared Gordon got hit by a fucking car his last fight and came out and had a war with Hoffa Garcia. That's a fucking beast right there, dude. I mean, who else has a fucking story like that?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody with a story like that, bro. Nobody. And he came out and I'm pretty sure it was a split, dude. It might be a UD, but I'm pretty sure it was a split. Oh no, he got TKO'd by Hoffa. Never mind. That's right. That was the night Diego Lopez beat fucking John Silva. I was trashed that night. But either way, lasted up until round 3 after getting hit by a car. That's pretty fucking impressive, dude. I don't care what nobody says, but I would love to
I
see Jim
would,
Miller pull it off.
yeah. I'd lean Jared Gordon to win this fight, but it would be sick to see Jim Miller win this fight. I'm not gonna bet on it,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a fun one. Uh,
I like it. I
next
like it a
one,
lot.
next one, I'm very torn about. I don't know which way to go. I know who I want to win. I want
Oh,
Rebecca to
Hootie.
win.
Yeah, okay, cool. So
I
let me
want
say
Re-
this. Grant Dawson got no fucking chin. All right. No disrespect, Grant Dawson. Rembecki has great wrestling. And just went through 2 wars with Ludovic Klein and Chris Duncan. Grant Dawson's one of the guys I think Chris Duncan would be in the top 15 if Grant Dawson was still ranked, okay? Let me make that very clear. I think Rebecki is another great fucking underdog here, bro. I think Grant Dawson's a one-trick pony, man. He doesn't even really do a lot of damage on the ground to these higher ranked guys. He'll fucking lay on you, possibly
I'm
hook
just
you a few times, but
I'm worried about the height here. Rebecca has an issue with if he struggles getting inside, then he stays struggling with it
yeah, that's
throughout the
true.
fight. Um, but Rebecca is such a warrior. We have seen him go through some wars, son, just brutalized his face, and they've been so close these matchups.
Yeah.
And I would really like to see him come away with a win, but the height and reach bother me a little bit with Grant Dawson. But if Rebecca can get inside, if he can get him on the ground, hit him with some vicious ground and pound, I see him finishing that fight. I'm just hoping that it goes his way.
I like everything you said, man. I don't think any of that's a bad take because at the end of the day, height and reach do have a huge factor. Let's see what it says. So Grant Dawson's 5'10".
He's got a 72-inch reach compared to Rebecca's 66-inch reach, and he's 3 inches taller.
Okay, 3 inches isn't terrible when the guy isn't a power puncher like Grant Dawson. I mean, dude didn't even get to fight Bobby Green. He was out before the fight started. Manuel Torres defended his takedowns, sent him to the shadow realm as soon as he stopped one and stopped trying to take him down, start trying to fight. Becky's got that killer power, man. I mean, that Oralby fight, dude, is aged really well, and he beat Oralby. So, um, I know he's fighting at 170 now, so maybe you can say Oralby was drained. But me personally, I'm not that convinced that Grant Dawson's elite. I really don't think he's UFC caliber. It's nothing against him. I just don't. I've not watched a fight of his and haven't been disappointed. And I'm not trying to go on a crusade here against Grant Dawson. I hope nothing for the best for the guy, but I think Mateusz Rebecki is gonna defend the takedowns well. If he doesn't defend the takedowns well, I could see him getting a couple reversals on the ground. I could see him getting top control, elbowing. He just the only thing with Becky that concerns me is he likes to brawl, and he doesn't use his fight IQ a lot. I mean, if he would've
Yeah.
just made Ludovic Klein stand up in that 3rd round, Ludovic Klein couldn't have stood out, his ankle's broken. He would've won that fight by doctor stoppage, which he should have done because he was getting cooked. And he didn't do that. He instead wanted to beat his head in, which all power to Mateusz Rebecki. That's some killer shit. I love that dude. That's all what the UFC's about. But his fight IQ tends to get the best of him. Chris Duncan was piecing him up. He was piecing Chris Duncan up, but he was falling for the same old shit in that fight. And, while I do love the value here, I don't know that he's a lock. So, Grant Dawson can still win. I don't know, man. I think Grant Dawson should be fighting at 45, and I don't think that he's all that dominant with his most prolific skill in wrestling. I don't think he's all that. Rembeki by any means is not either. He's kind of just a fucking dark horse that goes up there and just bangs. But I like Rembeki here, man. I really do.
I hope so. I really hope he needs a win to go his way after having so many wars, man. Get that guy a second paycheck.
Yeah.
Uh, Another banger that
Yeah,
I
this
don't
one's
know
gonna
which
be
way it's gonna
insane.
go.
Yeah, this one's gonna be
Uh,
insane. This is gonna be an insane fight. You go ahead and start that off, playa.
I mean, you, Alvarez versus Amasov.
Yaroslav Amasov.
Amasov. Both of these guys looking incredible, phenomenal records. We got a Spaniard versus a Ukrainian. I got to glean Joel Alvarez, man. Just by a smidge. I don't know which way his fight's gonna go. I think potential fight of the night. I know that you have a lot of stock in this fight. You've been looking forward to it.
Oh,
What do
yeah,
you
dude, big
think?
time. I just now realized Joel Alvarez has a Goku tattoo on his chest. That's fire. Just made me like him that much more. Hell yeah, brother. So one thing I wanna point out here, Joel Alvarez used to fight at 155, and I'm sure you know Arman Tsarukyan murdered this man bad. I mean, it was one of the bloodiest UFC fights I've ever seen. I mean, his nose looked like he was gonna fall off. He cut him right here and just cooked him until he gave up, and Armin ran into him at the gym the other day and was like, "What the fuck, bro?" He's like, "Oh, we fought." And he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You kicked my ass." And he's like, "What?" "Yeah." He's like, "What are you fighting at now?" He's like, "170." He's like, "How did I ever take you down?" He slaps his belly. He's like, "What the fuck? How'd you ever make 155?" Um, so Alvarez is at a better weight class for himself. This dude Yaroslav Amasov, former Bellator fighter, he's a fucking beast. Made quick work of Neil Magny. It didn't take very long at all for him to put that dude down. It's old ass Neil Magny, so I won't put too much stock in that because Joel Alvarez is a young gun, man. He likes to sling and he's got some great submissions as well. I'm with you on the fight of the night. I think this is going to be fight of the night, brother. I think it's a banger fight. I think for certain it's not going the distance. And if Amasov is going to get fraud checked, it could be by Alvarez, but I would call it a fraud check because I think Alvarez is a dog. I think he's a nice up and
Yeah,
comer. He's
yeah.
great for the weight class. He's a great striker. He's great at submissions. El phenomenal. Joel Alvarez. I like him at the underdog value, man. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now I'm going to be going with Joel. I'll, having him as plus money, I think is a great bet.
Mhm.
Um,
Pair him
Golly,
with
I just
Mbeki and
don't know
Kopylov,
which way
dude.
it's gonna go. Yeah.
I put in just for record earlier, I just put a random $3 bid in, and it was I'm pretty sure it was Strickland, Josh Van, and, who was it? Roman Kopylov, I believe, and that is 3 to pay 100 if all 3 of them win. Just saying.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so let's now go, where's he at?
Gutierrez?
Roman Kopylov,
Oh, okay.
Rembeki, Joel Alvarez, 10 pays 136. That's a pretty solid bet, man.
A lot of good odds on this card, man. A lot of good odds.
Mhm.
They've got some heavy favorites that you could fade a little bit.
Dude, Atiba, man.
Gutierrez is one of them.
How many fighters do we have that's over minus 500 this card? We have Atiba, fucking Susu, and Kamzat. I mean, that is just insane.
Atiba is a
Kamzat's right at minus 500, so it's not bad.
Atiba is minus 1,100 from my
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
That
the
is
same here.
wild. He
Yeah,
saw a lot of trouble in his last fight, man.
doesn't
Still
have a gas
undefeated.
tank. Got
Yeah.
rocked, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, I was drinking that night. Andre
Uh,
Pulaev's a tough task, but, I mean, he should have walked through him.
Ozzy Diaz coming off of a decision win. I don't think that I don't know. It's just when these young and up and comer fighters, when the UFC pushed them out to just be such beasts, such fucking animals in the cage, man.
Yeah,
And then they get tested in there, and then they just fall apart. And I'm like, damn,
yeah,
there it is,
yeah.
there it is. And
Also,
now,
Atiba is now, not to cut you off, now minus 1,200 on my sports book. So just putting that
yeah,
out there.
and
Sorry, didn't
Ozzy
mean to cut
Diaz
you
could
off.
very well walk into the octagon and make him fight for 15 minutes,
Yeah,
or
these
take him
odds
to
are
the
way
ground.
off. Chimaeva's minus 590, Susu's minus 670. Uh, Bobby Green dropped to minus 400. That's cool. So yeah, 3 fighters over minus 500 on this card is absolutely insane. Yeah, I don't know about Atiba, man. I don't think he's gonna lose this fight. I think he can catch Ozzy Diaz. He's a beast. I think Diaz is less caliber than Robert Valentin, and he knocked Valentin out really fast. So I'm gonna take Atiba here, man. I think there's not a lot to be said about this fight, man. Diaz is a get knocked out or knockout kind of guy. I know he's coming off a decision win, but I don't think he has a lot to offer in terms of gas tank and durability. And if Gautier lands a big one, which he's probably gonna land a big one because Diaz keeps his chin out there and his footwork isn't the best. It's probably gonna be a quick night. So I gotta go with Atiba Gautier. Let's go with a random first round KO right at the 2 minute mark.
Okay, then. I mean, yeah, 100% could happen, and a lot could have changed since his last fight. He could have worked on his gas tank, his conditioning. He might have tightened up everything that we have concerns about and walk in there and fucking murder Ozzy Diaz.
This dude
We'll
killed me.
find
He
out
said he doesn't
tomorrow.
lift weights at all. He said, "I don't lift weights at all. I don't like it. All my genes are from my grandma and my mom." I'm like, "Really? You don't lift weights at all? Like, come on, bro." So what I'm
You
hearing is
know,
we need to drug test your ass. That's what I'm hearing. Um, but no, yeah. And then we got the main card, very worthy of talking about here. Bobby Green, Jeremy Stevens. Jeremy Stevens has not the best record. No disrespect to Jeremy. He's not had that very much luck in his last couple fights. They've been kind of rough. So, with that being said, I don't know when his last win was. I think it was. He's also had a rough go of it.
yeah, he
Yeah,
has, and it's all dependent on what Bobby Green shows up. And if it's the Bobby Green that is, Bobby Green's always mobile, always talking shit, but sometimes his fight IQ is a little bit more on point. Some nights than other nights. Some nights he gets caught by just doing a little bit too much. If Bobby Green stays on point, I think this is going to be a bad night for Jeremy Stevens. I don't think his power just doesn't really translate to what it used to. I know he used to be
yeah.
the guy, um, but
It's the guy that knocked out
it
Josh
can get
Emmett.
bad. It can get bad really quick.
Mhm.
And I mean, we could be looking at. I mean, I don't want to get down on Jeremy too bad, but if Green gets to cooking, son, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, I'm leaning Bobby here, but there's one thing I do think could happen. Bobby had his hands down the whole time the Zell Huber fight. I know there was bad blood there apparently. He
Oh,
was also trying to prove a point. He did that. Um, Zell Huber, I don't remember the last time the dude's got a knockout. Jeremy Stevens, his last wins are knockouts. I don't think we're going to see Bobby Green coming out here, putting his hands to his side, putting his neck in range, trying to get hit. You know what I'm saying? Stevens is lethal. He had a pretty great fight with Mason Jones at fucking Des Moines, the Des Moines card. I like Jeremy Stevens a lot. He's a dog. He still wants to fight Connor. That'd be awesome if somehow they booked that fight. Probably not gonna happen. But yeah, I'd like to see Jeremy win, man, for real. Get a knockout and end his career, but he probably won't. He'll probably book another fight because that's what fighters do. But, I think no matter what, I think we're gonna get a possible fight of the night here. I think we're getting shades of Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson in this fight. I really do.
see that, man. I could see Jeremy Stevens, even if he loses this fight, take on the winner of Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon.
That would be fire. Hell, well, I don't know if they'll give him the winner. They'll probably give him the loser, considering he
Yeah.
lose if he loses, I'm saying. But yeah, no, I want to see Stevens win. Green looked really good his last
Mhm.
fight out, man. He really did. And He beat Lance Gibson Jr. convincingly. Excuse me, who just beat Chase Hooper easily. Then he
Beat
cooks
the
Zellhuber,
brakes
so
off of Jim Miller.
yeah, that too. That was another one. So he Bobby Green's look good. He goes up against guys that have a ridiculous advantage against him and stuff like Islam, Jalen Turner, Patty, and then it's not really that good. He also beat the shit out of Tony Ferguson, I'm pretty sure. So I like Bobby Green here, man. I really do. Jeremy, that doesn't take away from the fact we still want to interview you, big dog. Would appreciate your time, man. Hope you get it done. We just owe it to our fans to try and break the fights down what we think. So yeah, that's that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
banger card. Love the fucking card. Let's go on to Brady versus Buckley. This shit's gonna be a banger, and I think Sean Brady submits Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, dude. I don't think this fight's talked about enough. Brady is sensational.
Hmm.
And Buckley is kind of fun on the mic and has knockout power. Sean Brady got blitzed and dominated by
Yeah,
Michael Morales, but before that, looked great. Strength of schedule looked great. That loss to Bilal obviously aged well, but look what else he's done. I mean, his schedule is phenomenal. I put that up against Buckley's schedule, and I say that Brady wins this fight
yeah,
just based off of that. Buckley lost to an elite fighter in Usman. Buckley's also beat Wonder Boy. He's beat a couple good guys, but Sean Brady, I just feel like he's fought the better guys. I feel like he's an all
yeah.
around better fighter. He's got that
He's lost to
Philly
the better
grit.
guys too.
Yeah, yeah, and he's got that grit about him, son. I think he's gonna outwork him. He's got a gas tank from hell, and I think Sean Brady takes this fight.
All Brady has to do, and this concerns because he's wearing a no strip at the weigh-in today. He just has to stay away from damage. He can't be timid like he was against Morales. He has to shoot if he's going to shoot. This guy made easy work of Leon Edwards submitting him round 4. If he can do it to Leon Edwards, he can do it to Joaquin Buckley. And I think when Joaquin Buckley loses this fight, if he does, that's going to be him versus Leon in their next fight. If they don't book Leon and Earl Smith, or it'll be Buckley and Earl Smith. I think Brady, they're giving him a good bounce back fight that he can really take advantage of. I think that as long as he doesn't get caught with something crazy in the first round, because Buckley is strong, he's got some good power,
Yeah.
but this is a guy that's been knocked out by Kevin Holland, Chris Curtis, insert name here. And it's no disrespect to Joaquin Buckley. I just think that everybody sees that spinning fucking Jeff Hardy kick knockout and they think that he's gonna just do that same shit every time. He's got some good wins against Nurzatan Ruzaboev by decision. But like realistically, he couldn't finish Alex Morono. Andre Fialho has been knocked out his last 6 fights in a row. And he's fought a lot of people in this division. Imavov
Yeah, I
cooked
mean,
him,
he's been
you
around
know?
the block. It's just that Sean Brady, I mean, Michael Morales should not be a welterweight. That guy is
Bro, he stepped on the
massive.
scale today at 220.
Yeah, and that's why they won't put him up against Islam, and it's Islam's camp. I know that
Mhm.
they will not accept that fight because Islam is a small
That's why
welterweight.
Ian Gary is doing his
Jack
best to separate them too, bro. He's doing his best to say, "Michael Morales, you're nowhere near, you haven't beat anybody." Like, he hasn't thrown any amount of that level towards Carlos Prates that he's thrown to Michael Morales. Ian Gary's scared too, bro. He doesn't want none of that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, man. If at welterweight, I mean, Jack was the perfect layup for Islam to come in there. All these other guys are big, man. These
Yeah.
other guys are bigger than him. If you get
Yeah.
a 6'2", 200-pound man that can strike and have a little bit of takedown defense, I mean, a man that can only do so much. I know Islam is unbeatable. Suck my dick. That guy, Michael fights Michael Morales, bro. He's going to sleep. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
I'm with you though. I don't think he said anything bad. The only thing is Carlos Prates getting taken down by JDM leaves me worried for an Islam fight. Now maybe
Yeah,
he
but he
just
says
didn't
his
prepare.
jujitsu is top notch. So
Yeah, all the fighting nerds say that, and that's the problem. We just watched Rufy leave them, and probably for good reason. I mean, none of them know how to wrestle, and you could have great jiu-jitsu and not be able to use it fighting a great wrestler, which Islam is, and that's the problem.
yeah, that is a
Maybe we'll call it a fluke takedown. I don't know. It just seemed like Prates didn't give a shit. Same as letting Leon take his back the first round. But I think that is
realistically
it's big.
jujitsu does not weigh up against wrestling. A wrestler always dominates a jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
artist.
at least offensively. Offensive wrestling will always beat defensive jujitsu. Like, not always, but 9 times out of 10, maybe nine and
Yeah.
a half times out of 10. That's just my opinion on it. And I think that just if Prates isn't able to defend them takedowns, then unfortunately it'd be a quick night because his jujitsu. I mean, bro, Islam submitted Charles Oliveira. Let's be real. Carlos Prates is not submitting Islam, as much as it pains me to say that. Um, I don't think Carlos Prates would submit Charles Oliveira. He's definitely not submitting Islam Makhachev. I just don't see it happening. But if it stays standing, he could definitely knock him out.
Yeah. 100%, man.
But yeah, it's just a shame we don't have Shavkat Rakhmonov in the division for another year. That's my dog. I hate to see all he's gone through. Um, yeah, it sucks, man. But fuck it, let's
Yeah,
keep
man. His
moving
legs
forward.
look like mine.
Yeah, yeah, one of them anyways. Shit. But yeah, fucking Brady's our pick, and y'all should know who our pick is for this next one. We got fucking YN Volkov with them corduroys he comes in with, taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta. Is that too far?
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, you like that?
Look at that YN on my screen right now, boy.
Oh
That's
god.
a YW. That's a
Oh,
YC, Young Cracker.
okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Going up against Salsa Boy's son. Salsa Boy's gonna float around that octagon and put that man to bed. I'm sick and tired of people talking shit about Waldo Cortez
Me too,
Acosta,
bro. Me too, man.
acting like he hasn't been here before, acting like he hasn't fought anybody, acting like he's not that guy. Uh, Waldo Acosta is going to whoop his ass, man. I'm not
I
worried
think
about
so
it
too.
at all, bro. I'm not worried about at all that Russian
The
dragon
only thing
bullshit.
that worries me from
Pisses me
Volkov,
off.
it's not his power, it's his way that he maintains range. The dude does have really good body kicks, and he does throw some insane leg kicks. But the thing is, if you can close distance on
Oh,
Volkov, you can hurt Volkov. That's the thing. And all he has to do, which Waldo is very good at getting in and getting out, and at the same time keeping his head moving the entire time. Like I've said, the entire time we've talked about Waldo on all of our episodes, the best head movement in the heavyweight division. Sergey Pavlovich caught Tom Aspinall, could not catch Waldo Cortez. All right. That speaks way more levels than people understand. And
brother.
I get it's a very different Sergey now, you know, and obviously Aspinall ate that and came back and knocked him out. But Waldo's fucking head movement is the best in the heavyweight division. I don't think Volkov's head movement is anywhere near it. And I think we're gonna see a fucking very aggressive Waldo come out, push him up against the cage, and just lay it all on the line, dude.
Brother. Volkov throws a body kick that ain't gonna hit nothing but man meat, son. Waldo
Okay.
Cortez Acosta don't eat nothing but empanadas and cervezas.
Okay. I didn't
Listen.
know what kind of man meat you were talking about for a second, dude. You got away with words, James. I swear to God, you do, bro.
Dude, I'm
This nigga
serious, man.
watching
Waldo,
shit.
he's just gonna float around. I don't understand what they're not. Are they not watching the
No,
tape,
I agree.
brother?
I agree. He
Are
didn't
they
get
not
touched by
watching the tape,
and that's the other thing too is everybody saying Volkov's gonna take him down. First off, Sergey Spivak didn't get him down convincingly enough. He might have took him down 1 or 2 times, wasn't a lot, and lost that fight. Sergey Pavlovich is also a great wrestler. Couldn't get a hold of him to get him down. So I like Waldo. He's got the youth. He's got the power here. His power is very slept on. He's got volume. He's going to throw a strike down the middle and send Volkov down the rankings, possibly back to Russia. I'm here for it. We're going with the Salsa Boy fighting Pirates wave.
yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out
man.
Javier Torres.
He hit Derek Lewis with an act of God, and it was nothing but a jab, and
Didn't even seem like he was
it didn't
trying the
even
whole
look
fight,
like it
too.
hit him.
Yeah. Didn't even seem like he was trying to fight Derek the whole fight. It just seemed like he was waiting around, like he had bet on himself to get a round 3 knockout or some shit. It was
He had the
very
Tony
low
Ferguson
effort.
dust in his hand, just
Give me say it. Give
and
me say it.
yeah,
Give me say it. But yeah,
man.
no,
Fuck Alexander
we're going
Volkov,
salsa.
man.
We're going salsa boy for show.
I
Uh,
double legged that big motherfucker right through my window, dog. Straight up. It pisses me off. Waldo Cortez Acosta's got so much hate this week, man.
oh, he always
I'm
does, man.
if Volkov walked in my living room right now, I'd double leg his ass right out of that fucking door right there, and then I'd take that fish that I got mounted on the wall and I put it in his face, son.
Jesus.
Here you go.
This is getting Diddy levels of weird, but I'm here for it. No,
Golly,
yeah.
man.
He
I-
hates
I'm
Volkov, man.
annoyed.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
annoyed about that. I'm
Oh,
annoyed about
it
Twitter.
gets under my
Twitter
skin too.
Twitter just
I've
arguing.
always liked Volkov, so it doesn't bother me as much because I get why people like him so much, but I like Waldo a lot more, especially in this fight. I am very biased, but I think Waldo takes
I
it
don't
no
like
matter
his
what.
ass. I hit his ass in the kneecap with a skateboard, dog. Fuck that guy.
Jesus,
On his
James.
cornrows, man.
Goodness gracious, my guy.
I know who I do like, Joshua Van. Everybody hates Joshua Van for
Ooh.
the way that everything went down.
Look,
Josh,
speaking of that, one of my TikTok homies just sent me a video titled Volkov Big Bro Salsa Boy. I'm like, you know what? They sent that at the right time, huh? Anyways, let's go to the co-main because we're conflicting here. You like Josh Van? I don't hate the take. I like Josh Van too, but I got Tyra in this one.
I think everybody's some sissies, man. Everybody's mad because he won the championship. He won the belt the way he did. I get it. I maybe wouldn't have celebrated the way that he did. He says that it's Pantosia's fault because he caught the kick, pushed him off. He should know how to roll.
Yeah,
That didn't sit well with people. All it takes is a smidgen of your personality to come out that people don't like. They run the other way. You were once loved, now you're abandoned, back at the bottom of the barrel. I hope he doesn't take any of that negativity and just stays Josh Van because everybody loved Josh Van before that fight.
yeah.
And
They
I
still
was
do, bro.
these
Real fans still do.
sissies, weirdos, just flip flopper, no loyalty, piece of dog shit fans that like they just sit on the internet, MMA Joey, and in the trenches doing nothing with their life. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
It pains
Joshua
me that that
Van,
dude gets monetized on X all the time. I hate see every one of his tweets piss me off. But
he's
yeah,
what we
no.
need at flyweight, man. A
I
guy
love
that goes
Josh
out there
Van.
and bangs. Somebody needs to hold the title until Pantoja gets back. I don't think he beats Pantoja, but this is the guy to hold the place until then. Tatsu Taira should go be in a fucking one of them kitty bopper bands over there in Japan or
Oh
Korea,
my
wherever they got.
god, dude,
I
Jesus.
think he's gonna get tossed up by Josh Fan.
He
Put some
might.
respect on that man's
He
name.
might.
He's like this big. He's like
He
this
might,
big.
man.
One of the best
Dude,
fighters in the world.
he might do everything you said, but with that sentiment, you gotta put some respect on Tyra's name as well, brother.
Mhm.
Now when I initially saw his fight booking, my thought process at the time was Tyra Cook Moreno. He's gonna walk right through Van. But then we saw Moreno get dogged by Loner Kavanaugh on like what, 2, 3 weeks notice, maybe less. Saved the card, came in, beat him in his hometown at high elevation, didn't even break a sweat. So I think that speaks more to Moreno falling off than Tyra becoming better, even though I think Tyra, you watch the Royval fight and then you watch the Moreno fight, and it's a completely different fighter. The dude is, he looks like he's been using a lot of fucking PEDs. He's got the back knee to show for it. I don't think, I mean, obviously they're drug testing, so he's probably not. But an absolute dominant fighter every time he fights, man. Every single time. I can't remember who he was supposed to fight when he beat Jung Young Park, but that was an easy dub. But I like Tyra. I like Tyra a lot, man. I don't know if it's because I like anime, but I like the little goofy looking fuck, dude. I don't know about the blonde hair, but I think it's funny, dude, that a guy that looks like him could come in and just completely take your butt if he wants to, man. You know, it's sad, but what are you gonna do? As Justin Gaethje once said, you know, not gonna say it, but uh, I like Tyra a lot. I love Josh Van. I love Tatsuro Taira. I am torn to make this
Yeah,
pick, but
Tyra's a
my
cool dude, man.
here's the thing: is Josh Van got knocked out by Charles Johnson, and Bruno Silva had bits of success with him trying to take him down. It wasn't a lot, and we obviously seen how that went. I really like Tatsuro Taira in this fight. I really do. But at the same time, with that being said, Joshua Van as the underdog looks great on paper too. I don't know that this is anything other than a pick 'em. I really don't, because you have two dominant strengths that are completely different. Tyra is okay on the feet, but he gets picked apart by elite strikers, and Royval still landed quite a bit on Josh Van. Just Van landed more, landed harder, and more
Yeah.
consistently. Um, and Royval also picked apart Tyra and stuffed his takedowns, but Royval didn't try and take Van down one time, and that's the one problem is we don't know how that adds up. And so I'm picking Tyra. So this is our first pick we're conflicted on, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm picking Tyra here. I like Tyra a lot. I love both guys. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Van did. It definitely sucks that people think that his celebration was too much because I get why they're upset. I love Pantoja as well, but the dude just became the second youngest UFC champion of all time. He did it in less than a minute, and he did it against arguably another GOAT. Some people wanna already say he's better than Demetrius Johnson. I don't think it's true. But did it against Pantoja, who nobody could beat, and ended a really destructive reign of a guy walking through dudes. Uh, Pantoja's on that Ultimate Fighter season I just started too. Pantoja's walked through everybody, and Joshua Van, all he did was push him over, and he broke his arm. That's a pretty gangster way to win the belt. I know it sucks. I don't think he did anything wrong celebrating. No, he's probably the first fucking Burmese Myanmar fighter to ever win the belt. That's another huge accomplishment. I
Yeah,
love
bro.
Josh Van. He's entertaining.
I
He's a nice
yeah.
dude. He is as American as it gets. The motherfucker is hood as fuck.
Yeah,
Drinks
that's
Henny.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I like somebody that's coming up from the street, and then you can tell like by the way that he speaks that he's been there, but it's like he is somewhat, come on, Lee, what's the word? He has adapted. I don't know. That's not the word. I just like Josh Van, man. Josh
Yeah.
Van's got a cool story behind him. I feel like he's
Yeah,
a
bro.
relatable guy. For me, I feel like I would be able to hang out with Josh Van and we could kick it and
Everybody
be
would, bro.
cool.
Josh Van's
Um,
cool as fuck, just like Terrence McKinney,
yeah,
dog. We just had that conversation
yeah,
with Terrence McKinney earlier. Fucking awesome, bro. Cool ass guy, man. Josh Van's the same way. Josh, and I don't know about you, but I'm a guy that I will relate to a guy that's come from struggle and hard work more than I will somebody who's not necessarily spoon fed, but just doesn't have to work as hard to get what they've got in
yeah,
life.
yeah,
The dude's got 2 different types of struggles in him, one from the streets, one from his country. He's a beast. He's
yeah.
not boring. He's been entertaining the entirety of his UFC career. Fucking love Josh Van. This is not a Josh Van hate channel. If that's what you're looking for, guys, fuck all the way off. Sorry that you waited an hour to get to that point, but fuck all the way off if you don't like Josh Van. I will say I don't like the Tyra hating either, but I understand it's just what comes with wrestlers and grapplers and sometimes just Japanese Asian fighters. So but yeah, he's picking Van. I'm picking Tyra. I have won the last 2 conflicting picks against this man, so we're gonna be coming back to that because I think James might finally get one on me because as this fight draws around, I think Van might get it. But let's get to the main event, bro. Let's talk about that presser too.
My thoughts on the presser. I think Sean is more rattled than Hamzat is. I
Could be.
think Hamzat, and I wouldn't say the first time, but I think he's playing into the character a little bit. I do think that he hates Sean Strickland,
Mhm.
but I also really felt that he was playing into the terrorist, whatever kind of vibe. He definitely struck chords with Sean. Brought up his daddy. Every time that Sean hears something about his daddy, his PTS kicks in. He's like, it's like you can't listen, dude. I like you,
Totally
but
get it.
you can't forget everything that you just said about everybody else's family
Yeah.
and their religion, blah blah. He said one thing about your daddy abusing you, and you just lose it all. It's like,
He
listen,
said some
dog.
wild shit. He said, "Your daddy turned
Yeah.
you into a girl." I was like, I'm over here making steaks. I'm over here making
It's
steaks. Like,
crazy.
holy fuck, this shit is insane.
Um, I don't like that we're in New Jersey. In America, and then you got so-called Americans in the stand, and when you got that idiot on stage screaming Allah Akbar, I am a terrorist, I ripped your head, like I'm whatever, I get it, but I mean, I just the fans cheering it on is like, where's our pride? Where are we at in this point in time? That would have not happened 10, 20 years ago. When we had a little bit more respect for ourselves. I feel like there's some losers out in the stands and cheering that on. But it is making great entertainment. I'm more hyped for this fight than I have been for a fight since probably,
It's the best
honestly,
fight they've
dog.
done in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I was super hype
Thing
about the
is,
Macy Barber fight, but
yeah, I don't
this
want
just
you,
just
dog.
has another feel to it. And when it comes to the actual fight itself, I'm hearing, not that I'm hearing, I'm reading on the internet like everybody else but I'm seeing that other fighters, a lot of them have came to the side of Strickland saying, "Do not sleep on him. Do
Yeah.
not
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
We've been watching his camp. His takedown defense is impressive.
Jorge's the main one saying that too.
Yeah, and I'm saying I'm taking Strickland just for why not? Let's just go USA, baby. You got this guy screaming these obscure things in our country. Why not take him down? Why not be the guy to slay the wolf? And you know what I'm saying? He could be the one. Everybody discounts Strickland because he's a
He did
retard.
it to Izzy, man. Here's the thing: is
Yeah.
Izzy was like a minus 950 favorite against Sean Strickland, and Sean Strickland beat him by saying he jerks off his dog. So, with that being said, um, Kamzat kind of used a little bit of that trick on Sean. And it's clearly
Yep.
gotten to Sean. But the thing with me is, so I want to contradict what you're saying about Kamzat being more rattled here. I don't think anybody, or Sean being more rattled. I don't think anybody who's not rattled kicks a dude in the nuts. That was a super pussy move. I still think Kamzat's more than likely 60-40 gonna win, but it does not
Yeah.
look good when you factor in the fact that he wouldn't even let Sean talk half the thing yesterday. Like most of these fights, the dudes will let words get out. Kamzat was so fucking corny with it yesterday after the first two questions. He's like, I'm bully you, motherfucker, you broke bitch. Like, okay, I get it. You make a lot of money. You're best friends with the president of Sweden or whatever. But he wouldn't even let Strickland talk for a lot of the questions he was getting asked. He would interrupt him. They would just go back and forth, which is entertainment, but also it speaks levels because you see guys like Khabib, Islam, they know they don't have to stoop to that level. They can if they want to. Khabib clearly did it. But Kamzat has never done that before. He's never done it before. Obviously, Strickland said so much crazy shit. It's going to bring that out of any dude. But, I mean, he brought out real evidence against Izzy, and Izzy shut up, and Izzy was obviously rattled from that. We saw how that played out. Kamzat, and every dude reacts different. Kamzat, it's not that Sean really had any evidence, but Kamzat was so bothered by it. I'm going to put 4 points out real quick. Kicked him in the nuts, wouldn't let him talk, barely made weight, probably didn't make weight the way we saw everything. And he posted a sparring tape of them, what was clearly in a warm up sparring, and he was getting pieced up a little bit. All four of these factors to me tell me he's definitely rattled. And that leads me to believe something went down off camera that he's worried about. Because, dude, I'm sorry, but if Gilbert Burns can put it on you Gilbert Burns hit him in the back of the head, or close enough to the back of the head, and I get that. But if he can hit you hard enough to make you face plant on the canvas, in today's UFC, that fight gets stopped. Nobody hits the fucking canvas face first and gets to continue fighting. It doesn't happen anymore. Kamzat landed on his fucking nose and mustacheless beard. So I definitely think he's rattled. I think they're both rattled. I will say Sean's definitely rattled now after the your dad turned you into a girl comment, and that's some wild shit. But he's also getting a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
In terms of the fucking American thing, I love America, but at the end of the day, this is such a global company. I expect all the fans to do wild shit. I mean, and like America's hated so much outside of America, so it's just to be expected. Canada boos our national anthem every time it's played. I think they're like the main country that does that, and we literally go to the Canada cards all the time that usually are cursed and suck. And Kamzat did say that New Jersey's like his home territory, and you know, so I'm not surprised by any of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It does suck.
I bet it is his home territory because of all those open
Don't
bar.
don't start, dude. Let's keep this MMA. All right. Anyways, though, you got Strickland. I want Strickland to win. I'm a fucking cum if Strickland wins. Um, but I'm saying Chimaev should by all means win this fight just because he's
What?
dominant. Okay, let me rephrase that. If Chimaev gets him on the ground, it's over. It's over if he can keep him there. If Chimaev cannot keep him there, we already know he's not going to have a gas tank, so he's going to try and finish this early. But he's just ran through some really good guys. DDP figured out Strickland the first time and figured him out even better the second time. And they had some of the sloppiest fucking encounters
Dude,
between
I,
each
I
other.
don't
But
know if we can honestly play into the Cosmic gas tank anymore because he was on DDP's ass for
Yeah, but
5
he made weight
minutes.
way easier though. That's the thing. Like looking at
Yeah,
his
that's
shit
true.
today, bro,
That's
like
true.
that weight cut is like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I lost 10 pounds in the last week and I be feeling my heartbeat twice as hard from it because I don't eat but between 2 to 7, and I'm basically doing 18-hour fast when I do that. Then I get in the sauna every night and suck all the water out of me and drink 1 bottle before bed. And I feel a difference. And it's not that I feel bad. I'm getting my nutrients in and stuff, but I'm at a calorie deficit for a dude who doesn't work out versus a dude who needs them carbs and constantly works out. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's feeling that shit. And he's never had a great gas tank beforehand. And
Yeah.
DDP, he looked great against. I fell asleep for the fight, had to go back and watch it. But that fucking gas tank's gonna be nowhere near what it was for the DDP fight, especially
Okay.
like you
I see
try. We
that.
saw what happened when Fluffy tried to cardio bully Strickland, bro. Nothing happened. Nothing came from it, and you can't cardio bully another cardio bully if they're better than you at it. Strickland sparred Francis Ngannou to prepare for this fucking fight 3 different times. Okay, not saying that that matters in any way, shape, or form, but the dude's chin is there. Khamzat's not gonna knock him out. He's probably gonna not get touched on the feet. He's if he gets hit, it's gonna be by elbows and knees to the ribs on the ground. But we all know Strickland's gas tank ain't going anywhere. The dude doesn't look tired after any fight. And if he is smart and uses leg kicks along with his teeps, this is gonna be an interesting fight. But if what it looks like is gonna happen happens and comes out, gets him down and holds him down, it's gonna be a rough night for us. It's gonna be a rough night. I don't
Yeah.
really, I don't mind Khamzat. I actually think, aside from the last fight, Khamzat's got one of the most dominant records in UFC, and all of his fights are finishes before this last fight, except for Gilbert Burns, and that's one of my favorite fights of all time. So I
Yeah, that
don't
was a bigger fight.
I don't particularly hate Khamzat. I definitely think that I was upset with him because he was supposed to move up to 205 apparently, and not defend the belt. That pissed me off. But it's all good now. He's defending the belt, so fuck it. Even though technically
One
he didn't make weight and shouldn't be defending shit. So, um, but
He did say something pretty funny this week. A reporter had him in a room, and he was like, the reporter asked Hamzat, he was like, "So what's it all mean when they say, send you 2 to 3 years Dagestan and
yes,
forget?"
bro, that
And he
shit
was
was
like,
so.
eh, he was like, "I don't know,
It was
brother.
so
You
bad.
should ask Islam.
I'm not
I'm
from
Czechian.
Dagestan. Yeah.
I'm not from Dagestan, brother."
He goes, "You're not?" He goes, "No, I'm from
Dead
Chechnya."
silence.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was that's the thing. That's people that are getting paid to interview this guy. We could be doing that shit instead. It's a slap to the face of guys like us. It's fucking pathetic. And then you got DC who came out today and said Tyra or somebody fought
Chinese.
said Tyra fought fucking Kai Kara France. I didn't even know what the Chinese thing. That's funny too. Tyra's never fought Kai Kara France. DC spent too much fucking time over their seas with John Jones. He's probably inherited that brain damage. It's fucking pathetic. I love DC, but get him off the fucking mic. I mean, Bisping mogged everybody last weekend with that fresh buzz cut, one eye
Whoa.
combo. Yeah, it was fire. I love Bisping. He's a beast, man. He was mogging on everybody.
Oh, I was just saying, I don't want any part of the DC hate. I don't
No,
want
I
it.
don't hate DC, but you have to hold these people accountable, bro. He talks about that shit all the time, how he just slandered Nate Diaz, and rightfully so. Nate Diaz talks shit about him first, but you cannot keep putting Laura Sanko on the fucking desk when she's got way better analysis. She's got way better reactions. You cannot keep putting fucking Paul Felder on the desk sidelining for big cards and then let Dominic Cruz, who only ever says, I can't believe they haven't or that he stopped that fight. He should have let it go. And the dude's eyeballs hanging out of his fucking head. And then you got DC who's like fucking just, yeah, man, unless I'm on my back. I love wrestling off my back. You actually know I don't. I've never been taken down on my back. I wouldn't even sleep on my back because I was so terrified about it in wrestling. Like, hey, dude, call the fucking fight. Nobody cares. Like, I love DC, but holy shit, it gets annoying, bro. And then you put Joe Rogan, who's probably gonna be on there tomorrow, talking every 5 minutes. God, that leg kick's doing damage. That leg kick's gotta hurt. Oh, I love that leg kick. Can we just get any more AI filtered fucking recyclable comments in that trio? I promise you, if it's fucking DC, Rogan, and Dominic Cruz tomorrow, it's gonna be horrible commentary. There needs to be at least Bisping there. There needs to be Sanko there, and you could throw Rogan on. I don't give a fuck. That's what they're gonna do. But these guys are fucking awful at commentating anymore. And that's what gets on my nerves about DC. I love him. He's a great fighter. He's a legend, double champ. Take him off the fucking desk. Put him back on the weigh-in show so he can put Laura Sanko in a bag and fucking choke her like he did a couple weeks ago. I don't care. But I'm so tired of listening. I literally turned the fucking volume down whenever DC's on commentary, and I will sit there and listen to it one earbud in, and I'm like, think I can hear the hits still. It gets so old, man. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because that shitty reporter talking about fucking Kamzat being from Dagestan. It's just like, you're paid to
Man,
do this. You're paid to do this.
I
Bring
should
it.
have never brought that up. The whole commentary crew just got blasted
Oh,
on
I
here.
love all three
I
guys.
love
I
all
love
those
Dominic Cruz. I
guys.
love Dominic Cruz's insight when he's
This is a good
actually talking about the
segue.
fucking fight. I love Dominic Cruz's insight when he's actually talking about the fucking fight. But here lately, he's just been like, he made up with fucking Keith Peterson and they did a fucking face off, and that was at Seattle. Then, we had 2 or 3 fights that were dudes were getting their face kicked in. And he's like, I think you should let it keep going. And he does that every fucking card. Because he thinks that they should have let Cheeto Vera beat his face in 5 more times after taking a face kick, and he will not let that go. And I love Dominic Cruz; it's my favorite bantamweight of all time. And then DC just fucking just spirals bullshit. And Joe Rogan's more than likely on mushrooms, so I don't even really fucking care what Joe Rogan does at the time. He's just sitting there like,
Well,
whatever.
let's take advantage of this. Dakota has just went to a murderer's row of our fucking everybody that works the
Put
desk and
Laura Sanko and
commentating.
Paul Felder on the desk for a pay per view, and I'll leave it alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you had the option of your 3 commentators for every UFC fight, hit me with them.
Bisping, Sanko, Felder every time. And Bisping be bullshitting sometimes too. I'm not going to just give Bisping a pass.
This is going to throw you off.
But that's my 3.
This is going to throw you off. I mean, this is hard now. This is
If you're
hard
going to
because
say
I
Dean
love.
Thomas, if you're going to say Dean Thomas,
No,
I'm
no,
with
no,
you.
no,
I
no.
like Dean Thomas.
I love Michael Bisping and Paul Felder to death. But I got to go Anik,
I forgot about Anik.
Sanko.
I feel like I haven't
Anik,
heard Anik on the commentators table in a while. Where's he been at?
Anik, Sanko, Joe Rogan.
I don't hate it, bro. John Anik, I honestly forgot
I don't
about.
know.
Let me fix
It's a
that. Laura
toss up.
Sanko. Let me fix that. Laura Sanko, John Anik, Paul Felder. That's my 3. Because John Anik
It's
will be like, both of these fighters haven't paid their child support in 6 months, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, bro, he just got hit with a head kick, and that's what you throw out. Like, hey, dude, can we talk about the fight? But he's funny as fuck with it, so whatever.
I love John Anik, bro. I love John Anik. I don't know. I could definitely live without DC and Dominic Cruz. Everybody else I really enjoyed.
I love both
I
DCs.
love
I
Lorosenko.
love both DC's personalities, but they should not be commentating every fight. If you're gonna give it to them, swap them out mid fight. Put them on the bigger fights. I don't care. Put them on the fucking prelims. I don't care. But if I've got to sit here and listen to fucking 7 hours of DC talking about everything he's done in his career, all this shit, it just gets old, man. I think it's low key disrespectful to the fighters too, man, because they're not getting talked about. He's getting talked about. It's like, hey, you've had your time. You've got a fucking podcast. You got a thing going on with John Jones. Just let it go and talk about the fight. Dominic Cruz, I don't even know what he be on sometimes. And then half the time, if it's him and Bisping, they'll be like, fuck you, Mike. No, fuck you, Dominic. And it's just like, hey, can we, who's winning a fight, dog? And then the bias comes in too. Like the first Izzy and Pereira fight, everybody's fucking just gobbling Izzy's meat, saying it's 4-1 going into or 3-1 going into the 5th. And Pereira has had good rounds in that fight. And I'm just like, dude, like the bias be pissing me off sometimes. But I don't know. Fuck that. Let's talk about the White House presser. I'll go all fucking night about these bastards. I love them, but God, please just put Sanko, Felder, and Anik on the desk for a pay per view. Bet it does numbers.
Yeah. White House, man. There not much to talk about besides Hokic versus everyone.
Yeah.
Hokic versus Ilya Taporia. Give me Hokic.
No,
I like
never.
the size
Never,
advantage,
bro.
man.
Give me
I
Ilya,
think
dog.
I think he'll try to swallow Ilya. Ilya may catch him with something, but that's 145 pound, 150, 155
Dude,
pound man now.
bro, I've
Weighing probably 170 a fight night.
watched 150-pound dudes knock out almost 300-pound men down here in my city. Obviously, they're not pro fighters, But
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
say.
telling you, bro, Josh Hokett, man, took almost 300 strikes from Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades is not crisp. He is sloppy and looks like he's lost some power. That does not age well. Ilya Topuria is so accurate, he knocked his fucking goggles off today with a water bottle cap. Bro knew he was gonna do it too. He looked around the desk. He's like, "What can I throw at this motherfucker?" And knocked his shades off. Hogan's a cornball. He's always been a cornball. It's never gonna fucking change, and he's playing into that shit like Kamzat's playing into everything Sean called him. I think that he's nursing an injury. If you looked closely on the fucking show today, he's got plastic right here under his little cape thing. He's got plastic on his shoulder. I don't like that going into a Derek Lewis fight. I don't. Derek Lewis played something. I can't remember what the fuck it was. And you couldn't even hardly hear it, but he said he likes BBC. Derek Lewis actually turned it on him a little bit. That was fire. He said, "I know it's big and black. He wants to put it in his mouth, but dude, pull it away from your fucking mouth a little bit." That was fire. Love Derek Lewis. He says he didn't know who he was. I believe him. Derek Lewis is probably too busy beating guts up and fucking eating barbecue. He's from Houston, dog. He's a wild boy. He's a wild fucking boy, dog. I love Derek Lewis. I almost call him Derek Houston, man. Bro, Houston's a different fucking vibe. I'm telling you, dog. Them people are like they're like fucking hood, but they're like country hood, dog. They're cool as fuck, man. And they do not fucking play when it comes to bullshit. And I think he's gonna fuck Josh Hogan up, dog. I think Trump's new favorite fighter's getting put fucking down, bro. Especially after I'm sorry, but you can't dodge a bottle cap from Ilya. You're getting fucked up by Derek Lewis, man. He's undersized for the
Dude,
heavyweight division. He's got
he's
power,
going to
but
beat Derek Lewis's ass, bro.
I
There's
mean,
no
he
way
should.
Derek
He
Lewis
should by
is
all
going to
means.
win that
He
fight.
should by all means. But telling you right now, you owe me $20 if Derek Lewis wins.
Hey man,
I'll
I'll
dinner
shake on that.
dinner dinner on you. Shake on the camera,
Oh, son, damn boy,
bro.
I almost fell through
Yeah,
the
bro.
floor.
Bro, about just gave
The,
himself a concussion.
the
See,
chair. I would have fell right into the firefly.
it's the karma of talking about the Black Beast, dog. Don't talk about Derek Lewis, man. But no, yeah, no, I'm dead ass serious. Give me Ilya against Josh Hogan. I don't give a fuck, bro. The dude will before he even gets taken down. Josh Hogan's an undersized heavyweight, bro. He weighs 230 pounds. Ilya's 145. Realistically, he probably walks around at like 170, 180 ish. Actually, Ilya's 155 right now. So he's
Yeah.
probably walking around more like 190. And that's out of fight camp, which is probably rare. 'Cause you gotta think
Nah.
Islam's not that big. He's got a similar frame to Ilya. He's just more muscular. And he's walking around 200. I don't think Hokett sits and gets huge outside of fight camps. Obviously, this is silly to even be talking about this because it's not going to happen in a sanctioned fight. But I would love the idea of them fucking letting Ilya go to heavyweight to fight, bro. That'd be fucking hilarious. And if Hokett doesn't try and take him down, which who knows if he even can, bro was able to get out of Charles Oliveira level shit, and we watched Charles Oliveira submit huge guys in training all the time. So I'm taking Ilya to put that fucker to bed, dude. I'm sorry. There's not a more accurate guy in the UFC, I think. Maybe Josh
He's
Van.
5'7".
Bro, I'm telling you, you underestimate them 5'7" dudes, dog. You keep underestimating them, dude. I'm telling
I
you.
don't,
When
man.
you
I
when
don't
you see a
because every fight
5'7"
that
dude
I've gotten
knock out
into
a
also
six
have
five
been got
guy,
bigger guys
I'm
than
telling you,
me.
bro. When you
So
see a
I don't
5'7"
know.
dude knock out a 6'5" guy, you're gonna be like, I ain't shit. That was my first reaction when I seen this shit. I've seen it
Well,
happen 4 different times.
one big thing I did take away from this was the decline in Sean O'Malley's star power
Oh, yeah, of course, bro. He didn't get
because
asked but one question.
whoa,
Diego
that's
Lopez
kind of
too, man.
wild.
Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia didn't get asked a fucking question, and Kyle Dawkins got asked a fucking question, bro.
Oh, and Bo Nickel looks like a serial killer. I don't
Yeah,
know what he's got.
they
He
called
looks like he's hiding in my closet right now, going to murder
they
me and my
called Bo
family.
Nickel, bro. It's not looking good at all. It's
I
not
don't know
looking good.
what's up with that.
I don't know why he's getting the fucking American what is it? That shit, American Psycho. Fucking he's got that vibe going to him. I don't fuck with it, man.
Sean O'Malley at one point was the biggest thing that the UFC was trying to offer. And I mean, this his song was that he came out to, the way they hyped him up, like
Well,
he
you know
was
he
their
fucked up.
guy.
He fucked up, bro, when he came out to "I'm proud to be an American." He killed all his aura. That was it. Nobody wants to hear that shit when you're sitting here fighting. It's not an American company, so it's like I get it, but like you basically programmed this song so that it's a ritual now, and you come out, and then in the biggest fucking rematch of your life, you come out, "I'm proud to be an American." I get the
No,
pride,
it
there's
was
nothing
weird.
wrong with that, but you sucked the air out of the room when you did that, and not in a good way. Everybody was like, Marab in 3. Marab in 3. That was my first reaction. I already had Marab both times. I love Marab. I'm a Marab Glazer. I was like, Marab's gonna finish this motherfucker. He beat him so bad last time, he changed his song. Made him quit jerking off, had back surgery, and he changed his song. It's over for him, you know. And Josh Hogan's gonna get his. Josh Hogan got lucky that he fought an old wash Curtis Blades, and he's benefiting off the heavyweight division being awful. I really think that thing he's nursing on his thing right here, it's got to be some kind of injury. It might just be an ice pack, but there was plastic under this, and I think he made a mistake by wearing that cape because it was very visible in certain angles. And I guess I'm the only one that noticed it. I got on X and see if people noticed it. Nobody did. Josh Hogan's not going to beat Alex Pereira. That's fucking insane. Alex Pereira is now the size of Cyril Gahn. He's not going to beat Cyril Gahn. I don't think he beats Waldo. I don't think he beats Volkov. Tom Aspinall fucking makes fish and chips with his fucking face. Like, there's nobody that was the best result for him because he's only going to fucking trend down from here, dog. I mean, Derek Lewis is the next best thing, but
He
it's
said
also
Derek Lewis ain't doing nothing but pounding guts and eating barbecue. He's from Houston, dog.
tell me I'm fucking wrong. He says the shit every fucking interview. And if he beats Josh Hokett, we're probably gonna see all man meat. He's already showed his ass. He's already said his balls was high. He's took his fucking cup out. It would not surprise me if bro just whips out BBC on the White House lawn and retires if he beats Josh Hokett. It just would not fucking surprise me in the slightest, dude. There's there is a very solid chance that happens if he beats Josh Hokett. And what I was saying is Josh Hogan, while I understand this should be an easy fight, is taking the highest risk fight after beating a perennial title contender because why would you take that fight? Why would you not sit and wait for a title eliminator and get the loser of Pereira and Gone? Why
And
would
he's
you
gonna be the
go?
true American champion, dog.
He's not. He's not touching a fucking belt, dog. I hate to tell you, he's not touching the belt, bro. Alex Pereira retires, still not touching the belt. Tom Aspinall retires, still not touching the belt. Heavyweight's cheeks, but it ain't that cheeks, man. Sorry, dude. I think Sergey Spivak beats, bro. I really do.
Anyways,
I'm telling you, bro. You call me
anyways.
crazy, dude.
Oh,
Look, I don't mind. I think his stick is not getting better. I think it's getting worse. But I'm currently a fan of the "Am I right, New Jersey? Am I right, Miami?" He's getting me with that shit. That shit makes me giggle. It makes me giggle a lot. That's about it. The backwood guts fucking shit was hard. I won't lie. That shit was hard. I was like, you know, that was kind of crazy. I was like, but that shit was hard, bro. I
and
was
then he
watching.
called out Ilya for he was like, "That's why you don't get your wife from
Yeah, that was.
Miami."
Yeah,
That was
he's probably
hard.
gonna get fucked up. He's probably going to get fucked up for that. I'm telling you, Ilya gives Jorge vibes, bro. Ilya's gonna pull a Mazda catch that motherfucker at a restaurant, and be like, "What now? What now?"
I don't know. He might be a little bit too nice and polished for that.
Nah, dude, Ilya is not nice, bro. This dude says he's throwing a party before he obliterates Justin Gaethje the night before. Says he's already celebrating. He brought in a second belt today because the one wasn't enough. He brought in his featherweight belt. Just to remind everybody, like, I only don't have this because I chose to not have it.
Yeah,
No one has
yeah.
beaten me. No one has given me competition. Gaethje's gonna die. That's basically what he was saying with that. And then Gaethje literally says, "Yeah, I'm gonna be throwing missiles on the White House lawn." I don't know if you've seen that. That was
I did.
it was absolutely insane. I hope Gaethje pulls that shit off, but uh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to see. I love the presser though. We had 2 back-to-back press conferences in days. I'm upset that nobody asked Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia a question. I wanted them to amp that beef up a little bit. Roofy looked a little corny today, trying to say TKO. If you have not fixed your wrestling, dog, Michael Chandler might ground you out for 3 rounds. I'm just being honest, because he's a durable motherfucker. So who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, it's been a super long episode. We covered a lot. Fuck Josh Hokett. I hope you see this, you fucking Randy Savage wannabe motherfucker. James is disappointed in me. I can see it in his face.
Dude, I'll fucking double leg hoe kick, dog. I don't care. But
God,
I like him as a fighter.
he's a great fighter. There's nothing wrong with the way he fights. That was, bro,
My thing is,
best heavyweight fight of all time. There's nothing I can say about that. amazing. I just am questionable about that, what this was. That's my thing.
Yeah. We shall see, man. Is there anything else you would like to cover in this episode, dog?
I think we got it, man. We'll let this
Do
shit down.
not go into the sauna after you drink that C4. That's
Why?
not good for your heart.
For real?
No.
Yep. Then I will probably not do that. Then I will probably just wait for these clips to download and yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I only drank about half, but I'm gonna say the other half probably not good for me to be drinking it at all. To be honest with you. But yeah, no, the sauna can wait. I worked out today. It's enough. I've cut enough weight in 1 week, 10 pounds down since last Saturday. So going into Saturday, I was 264 last week and 254 when I woke up this morning. So we good. We Gucci.
Well, boys and girls, I think that wraps us up. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe, comments in our videos, follow us on Twitter, fight_talk_. And then also follow us on Clinch Combos Pod on Twitter, Split the Diff Pod on Twitter. Follow our TikTok, Clinch Combos Pod, and our Instagram, Clinch Conversations Pod. Yeah, man, we'd love to talk to you guys, man.
Yeah. Y'all said we didn't go too in depth last time. So we went way too in depth this time. So fuck off and tune in. It's a
Yeah,
love.
we
It's
can
a
do more
love.
technical fight
Yeah.
breakdowns. It's just like I feel like, and we have done that, dude. There's an episode like 6 episodes ago when I had notes upon notes
Yeah.
upon notes, and I feel like it's just like our podcast is like kind of like talk shit, have fun with it.
Yeah.
But if you would like us to incorporate some more technical analysis, I'm all for it. Studying is fun actually, and learning more about the fighter is always good. So y'all just holler at us. Make sure to like and subscribe though, man. I ain't doing shit until y'all like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing.
Uh,
Fuck your technical
I'll
analysis.
still do it.
I'm just kidding.
I'll be the cook that responds to your answers because we need the
I'm
clout.
just kidding. I will most definitely do
James loves the
your
fans too,
technical
man. Don't
analysis.
worry. But
I
yeah,
do. I do.
with that being said, fellas, it's been a real episode, real good episode. Waldo's gonna surprise some people. Tyra for the win. So with that, we'll be up out of here, man.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. Until next
See
time,
y'all
bro.
tomorrow.